Information Foxtrot, 18-0 Zulu winds are 159er at 11 knots. Visibility 6 miles. Sky condition VFR. Temperature 25, dew point 12. Current altimeter is 299er1. Arriving and departing runway 19er, 17 left, 17 right. Arturo Merino Benitez International Information Foxtrot, 18-0 Zulu winds are 159er at 11 knots. Visibility 6 miles. Sky condition VFR. Temperature 25, dew point 12. Current altimeter is 299er1. Arriving and departing runway 19er, 17 left, 17 right. Arturo Merino Benitez International Information Foxtrot, 18-0 Zulu winds are 159er at 11 knots. Visibility 6 miles. Sky condition VFR. Temperature 25, dew point 12. Current altimeter is 299er1. Arriving and departing runway 19er, 17 left, 17 right. Arturo Merino Benitez International Information Foxtrot, 19-0 Zulu winds are 159er at 12 knots. Visibility 6 miles. Sky condition VFR. Temperature 27.
Here we are.
12. Current altimeter is 299er1. Arturo Merino Benitez International Information Foxtrot, 19-0 Zulu winds are 159er at 12 knots.
I don't know why, but everything looks super fucking blurry.
Visibility 6 miles. Sky condition VFR. Temperature 27, dew point 12. Current altimeter is 299er1. Arriving and departing runway 19er, 17
blurry
left,
really just looks
17 right.
different. Strange.
Arturo Merino Benitez International Information Foxtrot, 19-0 Zulu winds are 159er at 12 knots. Visibility 6 miles.
I have no
Sky condition VFR.
in-game sounds because let me guess, Windows. Yeah, of course. You think I want to use the audio on some fucking monitor or some bullshit like that. Let's solve that problem once and for all.
Visibility 6 miles.
Fucking hell.
Sky condition VFR. Temperature 27, dew point 12. Current altimeter is 299er1. Arriving and departing runway 19er, 17 left, 17 right.
It's still really weird. Something still feels wonky. Like the mouse, everything seems like it's off at a weird angle down there. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Somehow we've lost the ATIS now? Really? Like we've now lost audio from fucking pilot to ATC because of some Windows bullshit? Good God. Whoever came up with the idea that Windows should automatically select anything based on any logic that it thinks it can handle, it should be fired from their job and never be allowed to work again. How's your day so far, though? Mine's going swimmingly well. Capturing the VR slightly differently this time. It should be higher quality. We'll see.
Arturo Merino Benitez International Information Papa, 19-0 Zulu winds are 159er at 12 knots. Visibility 6 miles. Sky condition VFR. Temperature 27, dew point 12. Current altimeter is 299er1. Arriving and departing runway 19er, 17 left, 17 right. Arturo Merino Benitez International Information Papa, 190 Zulu winds are 159er at 12 knots. Visibility 6 miles. Sky condition VFR. Temperature 27, dew point 12. Current altimeter is 299er1. Arriving and departing runway 19er, 17 left, 17 right. Arturo Merino Benitez International Information Papa, 190 Zulu winds are 159er at 12 knots. Visibility 6 miles. Sky condition VFR.
Let me just check my notes. We are taking off on runway 17.
Current altimeter is 299er1. Arriving and departing runway 19er, 17 left, 17 right. Arturo Merino Benitez International Information Papa, 190 Zulu winds are 159er at 12 knots.
Interesting.
Visibility 6 miles. Sky condition VFR. Temperature 27, dew point 12. Current altimeter is 299er1.
Why does it not have my... It doesn't have the right departure in here for some reason.
17 left, 17
Which is
right.
bizarre.
Arturo Merino Benitez
It's not that one.
International Information Papa, 190 Zulu winds are 159er at 12 knots. Visibility 6 miles.
Cool.
Sky
That's
condition
weird that it does not
VFR.
have the right
Temperature 27, dew point
stuff
12.
in here.
Current altimeter is 299er1. Arriving
Okay.
and departing runway 19er, 17 left, 17 right. Arturo Merino Benitez.
Question is, does it have our
International
arrival?
Papa, 190 Zulu winds are 159er at 12 knots.
ASA D7
Visibility
Charlie.
6
That's
miles.
their ILS 13.
Sky condition VFR.
Okay, so with the
Temperature 27,
Van R transition. So that's
2.12.
there. It's strange that it doesn't have the other ones.
299er1.
Okay.
Arriving and departing runway 19er, 17 left.
Okay. I guess we just don't have a
17 right.
departure program, then that's fine. We'll just fly it
Arturo Merino Benitez International Information Papa,
manually.
190 Zulu winds are 159er at 12 knots. Visibility 6 miles. Sky
I
condition
don't know why we had a
VFR.
weird discontinuity in the middle there.
Temperature
But
27, dew point 12.
so
Current
let's
altimeter is 299er1.
flip through these waypoints here real
Arriving
quick.
and departing runway 19er, 17 left, 17 right.
Most of these are just kind of straight over.
Arturo Merino Benitez International Information Papa, 190 Zulu winds are 159er at 12 knots.
Okay,
Visibility
that all
6
looks good.
miles. Sky condition VFR. Temperature 27,
Let's do our performance.
dew point 12. Current altimeter is 299er1.
27 degrees.
Arriving and departing runway 19er, 17 left,
29901.
Arturo Merino Benitez International Information Papa, 190 Zulu winds are 159er at 12 knots. Visibility 6 miles.
Winds are 159er
Sky condition VFR.
at 2.
Temperature 27, dew point 12. Current altimeter is 299er1.
Our
Arriving and departing runway 19er, 17 left, 17 right. Arturo
Sorry, zero
Merino
fuel
Benitez
weight. We are
International
at
Information Papa, 190 Zulu winds are
350.
12 knots. Visibility 6 miles. Sky condition VFR. Temperature 27.
Take off, it's all set
dew
there.
point 12. Current altimeter
Rotated
is
101.
299er1. Arriving and departing runway 19er, 17 left.
Okay. We'll set there then. I don't know why things are super blurry, or is it just me today? Like, I'm having a really hard time seeing shit. I think it's Oculus Mirror instead of the casting. Got all lights on here. Okay, that's all set here. Engines are started. Avionics are on. Climate control. Take-up data is all in. Good to go. Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike ready to copy IFR clearance.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike is cleared to Sierra Alpha Bravo Echo, climb via the ALBA 6A departure, with the ALBAL transition, then as filed. Expect departure runway 17 right. Climb to flight level 260 via the departure. Expect higher clearances 10 minutes after departure. Squawk 5661.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike is cleared to Sierra Alpha Bravo Echo, climb via the ALBA 6A departure, with the ALBA transition, then as filed. Climb to flight level 260 via the departure. Expect higher clearances 10 minutes after departure. Squawk 5661.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike read back correct. Altimeter 299er1 contact ground on 122.2 when ready to taxi. Have a nice day.
Altimeter 29901 ground on 122.2 Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike ready to taxi.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike taxi to runway 17 right via taxiways Golf, Sierra, Lima, Quebec, Hotel, Zulu, Victor, hold short runway 17 right.
Taxi to runway 17 right via taxiways Golf, Sierra, Lima, Quebec, Hotel, Zulu, Victor, hold short runway 17 right. Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
There's a lot of taxi instructions. One 7 right is up there. Jesus. So we're basically gonna taxi over here. Taxi behind us, and then over to our left there, I think is what it looked like. I'm going to turn around and make a left turn. Okay. So actually we're going to turn around and make a left turn. So this is our current right in that direction. So we can actually make a right turn. We will turn right and head up that way. Okay.
Taxi Alpha to the holding point runway 7, hold short 7. When ready, contact tower 11@6.
It is super choppy on the ground, so the issue absolutely is Oculus Mirror. I was trying not to use the wireless casting thing because I'm waiting for my Reverb G2, which wouldn't have that, but this is just performance of this is pretty awful. It'll be better once we're in the air, but still pretty crappy at this point. To be fair, it is a big airport, and there's a lot of stuff for it to do down here, but Microsoft really needs to do some VR optimization. Like, it is so cool, but it could be so much better. It would be so lovely if it was less of a pain in the ass. But it is particularly crappy today for some reason. I don't know why. I've given up on trying to find answers to the questions, honestly. It's just all nonsense.
Delta 387, contact tower 118.6.
18.6, good day, Delta 387.
I will say that my Thrustmaster TPR pedals are awesome.
American 1600.
They are really good.
Alpha.
1600, start up and push back up runway 07 on, come ready to check.
Start up, push back and start up approved runway 07, we'll call you for
It's correct.
American 1600, ready to check.
Taxi by Alpha and hold short at Echo.
The Alpha, hold short echo, American.
Hey, Ground Southwest 607, we're clear, we're ready for push now.
Roger, the position, call back.
All position was constant.
May I have your attention, please? We will be taking off shortly. Please turn off all portable electronic devices, stow tables, secure luggage, and loose articles. Ensure your seat is in the upright and outboard position. Extend your headrest and fasten your lap belt and shoulder harness. Thank you.
Tower 607, start up and push back up runway 07 on, come ready to check.
Alright, we're pushing Southwest 607, let's
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike, ready for departure runway 17 right.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike, contact tower on 118.1.
Tower on 118.1. Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike, ready for departure runway 17 right.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike, winds are 159er at 12 knots, cleared for takeoff, runway 17 right, squawk 5661.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 17 right, squawking 5661. Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
United 1269, the wind is 080 degrees 25, passing 35, runway 07, clear for takeoff.
Runway 07, clear for takeoff, United 1269.
Alright, let's go time.
Nigeria 2463, 320 por 138, se va publicado. Nigeria 2463, contacto radar, buenas tardes.
So since we don't have our Approach programmed in. We'll synchronize this to heading mode, and we'll probably go with heading mode to start. But first, we'll get off the ground. Take off power. Engines are good. Up, flaps up. Bye bye, Chile. It has been a pleasure being here. Flight level change.
7901. Barco 7901, stay hold short runway 07.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike contact Santiago Center on 119.7. Have a good afternoon.
Center on 119.7 citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
What is with this insane
Center citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike
pitch?
climbing to flight level 260.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike good afternoon. Squawk 5661.
Squawk 5661 citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
American 2546, maintain 200 knots until Mavic. After Mavic, comply with the approach. Contact 1975.
1975 after Mavic, comply with the approach, American 2546.
Your flaps, autopilot. Good. We will see what our departure is like. I'm not sure, but ATC should tell us a course at some point. Assuming we end up off course.
American 2547, descend out to 3000 and maintain 250 knots.
Center 3000, 250 knots, American 2547.
Let's start turning a little bit so we can start intercepting our...
Citation
of course.
Foxtrot Charlie Mike expedite descent to flight level 090 until passing Victor Alpha Golf Oscar Sierra.
Expedite descent to flight level 090 citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
Well, shit, we're just gonna
Citation
ignore that.
Foxtrot Charlie Mike resume climb to flight level 260.
Okay.
Resume climb to flight level 260 citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike maintain flight level 260. Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike you are off course. Turn right heading 196 to return to course.
Heading 196 citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
Control Delta 387, give the barrel 1 Papa 35.
Delta 387, good afternoon, rated contact via Barrel 1 Papa 10,000, expect ILS being...
What's in the air? It's a lot smoother with the Oculus mirror. It's just on the ground that it is actually quite choppy. We'll fly heading mode here, following ATC until we eventually intercept our first waypoint. I'm confident in the FMS.
Foxtrot Charlie Mike turn right heading 196.
Heading 196 citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
Because it is... we're 57 nautical miles from that waypoint anyway, so we got lots of room. It's just this departure. Let's see, do we have a chart for it, maybe? Because for some reason the departure... which one was it that I had picked out that doesn't exist in here? Alba 6A.
Charlie Mike resume navigation.
Resume navigation citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
See, it's there. It's on the chart. We do have a chart for it. So I can kind of fly by the chart here.
United 16 for 124.1.
24.1.
Roughly, anyway. So that's the only thing that I really have. And I believe... this is the departure here, so at some point there we're going to turn. This doesn't give me a heading for this. This is 106, so that's going to be like 130 or something like that. And we'll just fly along this chart because we don't have it programmed in.
Charlie Mike, you are off course. Turn left heading 120 to return to course.
Heading 120, citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike, turn left heading 120.
Heading 120, citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
See, at least they'll talk us through it this way. I actually quite like that about Pilot to ATC. You don't really need anything in here. You could literally just fly by their directions for the most part.
340, let's hit 2599.
We will then eventually intercept our actual course again. Down here. At which point we'll switch over to LNAV.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike, climb and maintain flight level 350.
Climb and maintain flight level 350, citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
JetBlue 38. JetBlue 38 with you, 14.6, climbing flight level 180. JetBlue 38, flying to flight level 340, unable flight direct to Bravo Tango Oscar. And climb to 340.
See, I love this. We're actually flying the proper departure, even though it wasn't in the system, so I couldn't do it in the autopilot, so we are just flying it by heading mode, based on the chart and pilot to ATC guidance. That's awesome.
JetBlue 30, now contact control 140.1. 24.1, JetBlue 30, yeah, JetBlue 38, thank you.
So I think we're getting ready here to make our turn to 106. More or less anyway, just judging by the chart.
Charlie Mike, resume navigation.
Resume navigation.
Pretty much on track.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
And I believe if I remove the chart for a second, we should be intercepting our course there shortly. Yeah, see, we're flying directly now at that waypoint, which is perfect. So once we get there, we can switch over to LNAV. And we'll be all set. Love it.
Reduce speed 200 knots.
200 knots, Delta 573.
And Delta 573, contact 1975.
1975, Delta 573, good day.
Bye.
In fact, I think I can arm LNAV now, so that it will just intercept when we get closer.
Heading 190. Right, 190 American 546.
So it's on the scoreboard here, under heading. So heading is active, LNAV 1 is armed. Beautiful. We have lots of little legs, but they're all pretty short legs this time around, which is kind of nice. Weather's beautiful. Should be a good flight. A little bumpy over these mountains.
Sorry, get the 546, contact 121.2. 21.2, American 254.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike climb and maintain flight level 410.
Climb and maintain flight level 410. Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
American 2546, maintain 200 knots after Mavic. After Mavic, comply with the approach. Contact 1975.
1975 after Mavic, comply with the approach, American 2546.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike climb and maintain flight level 410.
Climb and maintain flight level 410. Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
You already told us that, ATC.
Descend out to 13000 and maintain 250 knots.
Center 13000, 250 knots, American 254.
Just keeping an eye on this. At some point we should capture the LNAV. I feel like it shouldn't be this bumpy, the air, this high over mountains. I feel like Asobo got that wrong. I feel like I've read about that once before where people said it really shouldn't have this much of an impact when you're, you know, like 20,000 feet above these mountains. The air up here should not be this choppy. Because we're bouncing up and down.
American 2547, contact approach control 121.2 today.
21.2, thank you, American 256.
Okay, cool. LNAV has been captured. Excellent. It's going to kind of make us swing around a little bit here, but we've got it. Switched over to the next waypoint. Kotny. Perfect. That worked like a charm.
Control Delta 387 in the Barrow 1, Papa 35.
Delta 387. Good afternoon, rated contact via Barrow 1, Papa 10,000. Expect ILS Dini Zulu runway.
Delta 387, right?
Did kind of overcompensate a little bit for this tiny little adjustment. It made like this heavy S turn, but whatever.
United 16 for 124.1.
24.1.
altitude.
Westjet 2599, good afternoon. Climb unrestricted to flight level 340.
Climb unrestricted, flight level 340, Westjet 2599.
JetBlue
We've
38.
reached cruise altitude.
JetBlue 38 with you, 14.6, climbing flight level 180. JetBlue 38, flying to flight level 340, for naval flight direct to Bravo Tango Oscar. And climb to 340.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike, contact Mendoza Center on 122.1. Enjoy.
Center on 122.1. Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike. Center Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike at flight level 410.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike, good afternoon. Squawk 5661.
Squawk 5661. Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
JetBlue 30, now contact control 14611. 241, JetBlue 30, JetBlue 38, thank you.
Reduce speed 200 knots.
200 knots, Delta 573.
And Delta 573, contact 1975.
1975, Delta 573, good day.
Bye.
There's lots of clouds. Super early to worry about any sort of descent stuff, but I do want to find out what the altitude is at our destination airport. So I want to set up minimums so I don't forget it for later. Elevation is only 20 feet. Okay. All right.
American 546, contact 121.2. 21.2, American 254.
Ugh. This turning different sections of the same knob is super freaking frustrating. Especially in VR, everything is very, very difficult. I want 220, come on. I wish you could type this in.
American 246, maintain 200 knots until Mavic. After Mavic, comply with the approach. Contact 1975.
Good.
1975.
Minimum setup.
Comply with the approach, American 2546.
It's my coffee. Nice and cold. Actual ground speed 457. Nice. Gonna be making pretty good time.
American 2547, descend out to 3000 and maintain 250 knots.
Center 13,000, 250 knots, American 254.
This display isn't on. That's weird.
American 2547, contact approach control 121.2 today.
21.2, thank you.
Is it a bug up here? I feel like that used to have a... That's weird. Hmm. I wonder if they turned it off in the latest version. This is they updated the mod since I last flew. Interesting. I mean, I never really used that because it was just another small artificial horizon, but interesting. Some rainbow below us. It's a very interesting texture on that surface there. First I thought it was a city, but it's just the mountainous, stony plateau there. Interesting.
Control Delta 387, give me Barrow 1, Papa 35.
Delta 387, good afternoon, rated contact via Barrow 1, Papa 10,000, expect ILS Amy Silver runway.
Delta 387, right?
Alpha 124.1.
24.1.
Hey, Demon, Mr. Sean, how is your Sunday? Here it is very rainy in real world Vancouver. Out here, over Chile on the way to Argentina, pretty good.
West 599, good afternoon, climb on restricted to flight level 3.
Things are looking pretty good. How are you?
340, let's hit 2599.
JetBlue 38. JetBlue 38 with you, 14-6, climbing flight level 180. JetBlue 38, flying to flight level 340, enable flight direct to Bravo.
Today's not bad. I bought a kid's bike for my daughter and did some drywall. That's like, that is, you know what, that is a pretty good Sunday. That's like a productive day with some fun stuff mixed in. That's a good Sunday. Yeah, I'm doing this flight. By the way, I think we're playing some hockey tonight. If you're up for that. Should check in the Discord again, but I think Ryan said he'd be down for it. So we should play some puck tonight. It's been a while.
JetBlue 30, now contact control 124.1. 24.1, JetBlue 30, yeah, JetBlue 38, thank you.
It is a little faster than the flights. That is true. It's a different level of gaming. But this is very chill. I was very happy with how things went today. There was this, you know, VR was a little laggy on the ground. Then for some reason I couldn't get the departure programmed in the FMS. It just wasn't aware of it. But I just flew it based on the chart. It worked really well. Brought up the chart, so I had some visual guidance, followed ATC instructions, eventually rejoined our flight plan. Like it was really nice. It was one of those scenarios where, you know, things didn't go quite perfect out of the box, and I used a little bit of the stuff that I've learned doing flight sims flights, and that always makes me happy when there's like a small problem and I know enough to overcome it.
200 knots, Delta 5.
I'm not happy when there are giant problems that just stop everything from working, but when there's little problems, I do like solving them, and I feel usually pretty happy when I've been able to do that. All these little lakes, looks like they got peppered by asteroids or something.
And Delta 573, contact 1975. 1975.
That's exactly right. Little problems keep me on my toes. Problems like engine fires are not acceptable. I haven't really had any engine fires on this, but you know, usually when like the VR stuff doesn't want to work at all for some reason, and I'm trying it slightly differently. Instead of casting wirelessly, I'm capturing the screen, which I think causes me a little bit of performance issues. But I think the recording the video, I think looks a little crisper. I think it's a little bit more detailed, maybe. Should be anyways, because it's not cast wirelessly. Plus, this is what I'll have to do when I get the other headset, if I get the other headset. So I just figured I'd give it a shot and see how it goes. Tweak some of the settings, but so far so good. It's always better in the air. On the ground, it's I think I'll have to turn down some of the settings on the ground a bit. I just always keep forgetting. Good, good. Yep, they should look pretty good. It'll be nice to get to Argentina. I think next up is Uruguay or Paraguay, one of the two. Basically, we've been heading south a lot. Now we're heading straight over east, and then we'll be heading back up north, the east coast of South America, through those countries. It's exciting. We're getting close to our big Atlantic crossing. Just a few more legs.
21.2 American CJ4.
I did, yes, I did turn on the landing app. Didn't forget this time. I could have sworn I did last time too, but clearly I didn't. So I actually had to, I replayed the flight. I reflew it, but I skipped the entire flight. Just did the start and landing. Just so that I could get it recorded in my logbook. I gotta add some more stickers to the side of the airplane too. It's been a few countries since I've last updated it, so I need to add a few more. I like how the clouds are like everywhere but where we are. It's really nice of them. Like we're pretty much surrounded by clouds, but they keep parting for us. There's no real benefit. It's just for me. I like it makes nice lines on a Google map for every flight that I've made. So I kind of want to have this nice little log of look at all these places I've flown to with pretty little lines on it. That's all it does. There's no other benefit to it. The game has a built-in logbook as well, like tracks hours, but for some reason it doesn't track landings, and it only seems to track takeoffs if you go through like the in-game ATC to take off. Otherwise it just doesn't track them for some reason. It's weird.
American 2547, contact approach control 121.23.
21.2, thanks, American 2550.
Exactly. Look at me. I'm awesome because I have pretty lines. Look at all the places I've gone to. That's all it is. It gives it keeps track of how many countries you've visited. It shows you like a little country flag for each country you've been to. I don't know. It's a personal brag type situation. But no, actually, I figured what I really wanted is if I ever do manage to complete the entire tour around the world, it would be nice to have that one image with all the lines drawn on it. I thought that would be kind of cool. Especially because this is likely going to be like a multi-year endeavor because it's going to take a while to get around the globe from country to country.
Control Delta 387 in the Barrow 1 Papa.
I have to check how long it would be. See, the thing is, we talked about this last time. I don't think there is a plane that flies much faster than this. I'll have to look again. But I don't know if there are really any. I think the Longitude flies a little bit faster. I mean, we're flying at 461 knots. right now. I don't really think that even the bigger planes fly much faster than that. At least not noticeable enough that I would have to want to learn like a whole new airplane. I don't think anyway. I'll have to check. Why don't you do a Google search? Fastest airplane in FS2020. You tell me what the fastest one is. I'm not sure. I can't believe there's clouds at 41,000 feet. Jesus.
United 16 for 124.1.
24.1.
Actually kind of nice going through these clouds. They're not so cloudy that you can't see anything. It's just this light, fluffy stuff. Which ironically is not really showing up on the weather radar. I guess it's not really weather, it's just clouds. Shack News has an article on the planes. I'll send it to you. Sure.
Westjet 2599, good afternoon. Climb unrestricted to flight level 340.
Climb unrestricted, flight level 340, Westjet 2599.
Rumpo did the article, yeah. Tend to stumble across some of his stuff pretty frequently in what I search for. Speak of the devil, he should be joining me in Discord in a little bit. Which, by the way, you're welcome to join too. We've made it so that you can see Rumpo's room now on. He said that you're welcome to hop in anytime you see us in there. Just a FYI. You don't have to, just saying.
Yep, Blue 38. Blue 38 with you, 14-6, climbing flight level 180. Yep, Blue 38, flying to flight level 340, for naval flight to Bravo Tango Oscar. And climb to 340.
Yeah, he does do work occasionally. He writes his own stuff every once in a while. Usually it's like interesting stuff about stuff that should be fixed in Destiny 2 and, you know, features like that. But every once in a while he'll write a list of something.
Blue 30, contact control 141. 141, JetBlue 30, JetBlue 38, thank you.
Reduce speed 200 knots.
200 knots, Delta 573.
It's definitely not as smooth as when I was just casting it. Having that Oculus mirror there is definitely causes extra strain on the system.
And Delta 573, contact 1975.
1975, Delta 573, good day.
Bye.
Nothing but clouds now. Yep. Very nice clouds. They look nice and fluffy. We do have a nice tailwind. That actually explains it. I was wondering, like, we're going pretty fast, 472. But we have, like, 36 knots of tailwind. It's quite nice.
Right, heading 190.
Right, 190, American 2546.
Surprised it's that cloudy. It didn't look like that on the satellite before I started.
American 546, contact 121.2.
21.2, American 2546.
American 2546, maintain 200 knots after Mavic. After Mavic, comply with the approach. Contact 1975.
1975, after Mavic, comply with the approach, American 2546.
You think Instagram is going to be big? It might be. It might not be a bad idea. It depends on what you want to do with it. I hear there's lots of different things people do on Instagram.
American 2547, descend out to 3000 and maintain 250 knots.
Some people use it for recipes, some people use it for bragging to their friends about the food they're eating, some people use it for TNA, some people use it for following sports, lots of things. go hang out at the back for a moment.
Hurricane 2547, contact approach control 121.2 today.
21-2, thanks, American 256.
A lot of light compression in here. Holy crap, look at this flickering nonsense. What the hell, Oculus? This is one of the things that should go away with the other headset. At least I think so. If I actually get the other headset, I don't really trust CDW. I feel like they often say they have stuff in stock and then they don't. Yeah, that is a lot of flickering. It's just in the back though. I mean, I think part of it is honestly because you're not really meant to stay in the back there, so it has trouble with the lighting and the shadows and stuff. Like, it's much better up here. It still has the occasional odd flickering around the side, but
Charlie Mike, contact Aziza Center on 124.5. Have a good evening.
Center on 124.5, citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike. Center citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike at flight level 410.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike, good evening. Squawk 5661.
Squawk 5661, citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
a lot of farm fields down there. Just look at all the rectangles. You can always tell when you're flying over like an agricultural area. I've written about a gentleman in my hometown under investigation by the Canadian government for fraud with Bitcoin. Oh, yes. Digital currency fraud, I think, is probably a pretty big problem, or going to be, or continue to be, or whatever. Seems like it would be. I looked at house prices yesterday around here, and then I looked at house prices in London, Ontario, and I cried a little bit on the inside. And somewhere along the way I came across the fact that between like 1959 to 83 or something, London was known as the city of serial killers, because apparently there were so many serial killers living there.
12599, good afternoon. Climb unrestricted to flight level 340.
Climb unrestricted, flight level 340, wish at 2599.
Yeah. Or rather, it will be a lot smaller and crappier by comparison to what the same money would buy in London, but we'll see. We'll see how things go.
JetBlue 38. JetBlue 38 with you, 146, climbing flight level 180. JetBlue 38, flying to flight
Yeah, but where will I work?
for naval flight direct to Bravo Tango Oscar. And climb to 340.
Kind of like my current job. I wish they would just let me work from there. I can, but I don't think they would let me work that remotely. I'm working full-time remotely now because of COVID. Once COVID is done with, or once we're sort of cleared to go back to the office, I'll be working in the office 2 days a week and remotely 3 days a week. That's mostly because we actually don't have enough office space for the number of staff we have. But there's a difference, I think, between working remotely from like an hour away from the office and remotely from like 3 hours in a different time zone, you know, so. Plus, I have to think of not just me, other family members involved too, and they have work here, and they might, I don't know. I don't really want to move out to Ontario. I like it here. It's just, I wish the real estate market wasn't quite so insane. No, we don't have too much further to go. It looks like we have about probably about 150 nautical miles before we start thinking about our descent here and stuff. You're an hour from Toronto and the price of your home is more than doubled in 6 years. Jesus. I mean, I guess that sounds like a positive for you because you managed to buy it when it was a lot less than what it's worth now. I mean, that's kind of what you want, right? My problem is I always worry that if I buy something here at this kind of crazy amount, that at some point it will drop in value, because even though that does seem to never happen, prices went down when COVID first began, but they seem to have come back up, unfortunately.
Delta 573, contact
yeah, that's true. It's positive if you're just leaving, but you're getting. Oh, so you're. I guess you're trying to get a bigger place for the kids, eh? It would be nice if you were downsizing, then it would probably help out a lot. But since you're moving up, it doesn't make much of a difference. But at least you have the ability, like at least you're able to get more money than what you paid for it, so that you're able to upsize, which is good.
6 door right, heading 190.
Right, 190, American 546.
Oh, that's right. Yes, your wife does photography, so she's getting a home photography studio. That's cool. Does she do, what kind of photography does she do? Is it like family portrait type stuff, or does she do like wedding photography and all that jazz? Family portraits and newborns are especially. Okay, so that makes good sense then to have a home studio for that stuff.
1975. 1975 after Mavic, fly with the approach American.
Hi, Rumpo. Not too bad. Not too much, rather. Hockey tonight? Yeah, I did say that, and then I remembered that Ryan mentioned hockey, and I was just talking to Sean, and he'd be down for hockey as well. And we don't actually have anything really to do in Destiny. I do want to go into Destiny, but that's mostly just to play around with my loadout stuff. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, I'm down for hockey or Destiny. Either one. Oh, was it GM meeting time at your place?
American 2547, descend out to 3000 and maintain 250 knots.
Descend to 13,000, 250 knots, American 2547.
Rebuild on the fly. Or right. Sean's saying that the jazz music I'm playing on the stream is making him sleepy. Dude, yesterday I was flying. It's probably a 2.5-hour flight. Not yesterday, Friday. And there were moments where I was just like, there was nobody in the chat. It was just me and the music, and I swear I actually closed my eyes for like a few minutes in the VR headset. I just want to make a Warmind cell build, because I like doing a lot of solar splash damage, and it's really good for that. So I know that you've used some of it.
Delta 387,
But I'm okay actually on that front, from what I can tell, because I looked through all the armor I have. I might have to masterwork one new piece of armor, because I want to switch my exotic armor piece out for a different one. But I just need to see. What's really annoying is, so I like having a scout rifle and a submachine gun for the triangle circle stuff, but they don't fit super well with things to generate Warmind cells. Like, there literally is no 7th Seraph scout rifle. That's just not a thing. And yeah, well, I don't even need one at all, because I can use, I was going to use my Skyburner's Oath scout rifle, because it has solar explosive rounds, which will also generate Warmind cells with the right mod in my armor. So yeah, I have an auto rifle. But then I don't have triangle anymore. Or circle, rather. Circle. No, I know. I just wanted all the things, you know? No, it's not.
Shift to 599. Good afternoon. Climb unrestricted to flight level 340.
Climb unrestricted, flight level 340, wind shift 2599.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I do a lot of solar splash damage, and I forgot which mod it is, but one of them will cause that to generate more mine cells, which means I don't actually need a 7th Seraph gun. Though I feel like I should still use one. I think I'm going to use the carbon, like the auto rifle as the kinetic. 'Cause I have a decent one. It's like a graded as a B.
Blue 38, flying to flight level 340, and enable flight to Bravo Tango Oscar. And climb to 340.
Which sort? Oh, the Lament. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not really too worried. Honestly, the only one that I really want is Triangle because I like shooting through shields. And I think I can get, I have that on my Skyburner, so, because that's a scout rifle, so that's not an issue. I'd be okay even giving up Circle because you guys always deal with those. So that's fine. Charged with light stuff? I'm still going to have some of that too, though.
30, yeah, double 38, thank you.
Yeah. My plan is to have 3 mods related to more mine cells and 2 related to light. Do you still create those things I can pick up? Those, there's also those wells. Those are new this season. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, definitely. Right, okay.
Reduce speed 200 knots.
200 knots, Delta 573.
I'm probably going to jump into Destiny after I land here and just muck around with that here. That's my guess, because I'm getting... Well, I'm about probably 15 minutes away from descending.
Charlie Mike expect the Assad 7 Charlie arrival with the Asada transition for the ILS approach to runway 13 with the Bernard transition at Fort Newberry Aeropark.
Expects the Assad 7 Charlie arrival with the Asada transition for the ILS approach to runway 13 with the Vanna transition. Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
Contact 1975.
1975, Delta 5.
Oh, it's all good.
Bye.
No worries. Cool.
Six door right, heading 190.
flight 190 American 2546.
Yeah, the video quality is a bit better because I'm not wirelessly casting the video over now, but it does cost me some performance, so I need to tweak some stuff. I ordered a new VR headset that I think will make things a little bit better.
American 2546, contact 121.2.
We'll see. It's still challenging on the system to have smooth VR and be able to stream it at the same time. All I need them to do is optimize it a little bit, that's all. It's real close. In the meantime, I might need to turn a few settings down. Definitely on the ground. I added too many like other airplanes and vehicles. It definitely makes a difference, but usually so it's like when I was wirelessly casting the image from the headset to my streaming PC, that was better performance, but it's not quite as smooth. Evil one, that means a new streaming PC built. My streaming PC is fine, actually. It's the challenge is getting video out of the headset to the streaming PC, to be honest, because there's no real way to do that. I have to either do it wirelessly, which I've done with the Quest before, which is fine, but it's pretty artifacty. It's not great quality because it's wireless video. What I'm doing now is I have Oculus Mirror open on my PC and then that display connected to the streaming PC, which works fine, but having Oculus Mirror open costs some performance on the gaming PC. And that's just, it's just the way it is. I mean, I'll probably be like 45 minutes before I'm in a position to get into Destiny.
Maintain 200 knots until Mavic. After Mavic, comply with the approach. Contact 1975. 1975 after Mavic, comply with the approach. American 2546.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike descend to cross Asada at flight level 225, then descend via the Assad 7 Charlie arrival with the Asada transition to flight level 050 altimeter 3000 at Jorge Newberry Aeroparque.
Will cross Asada at flight level 225, then descend via the Assad 7 Charlie arrival with the Asada transition to flight level 050 altimeter 3000 citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
Alright. I need to set up my approach here. So we're going to cross Asada at 25,000 feet. Say that again. Of the stasis. Oh, I think you have to do that again. I think. I don't know that for certain, but I feel like I mean, in the past with all the other subclasses, you had to do it all again. Oh, I agree. I love this autopilot system in this plane because ATC says like you have to cross this next waypoint at that altitude, and I just tell it to do that, and it does it. It's super nice. Yes. I am. I tried it the other week.
Control Delta 387, Bar 1, Papa 35.
Delta 387, good afternoon, rated contact via Bar 1, Papa 10,000, expect ILS aiming to the runway.
Delta 387, right.
Please fasten your seatbelt and shoulder harness at this time. Thank you.
United 16 for 124.1.
24.1.
Probably just gonna putz around in Destiny a bit after this flight then, and I probably won't play any games tonight then. Might just take the night off, the evening. Because I don't think there's really anything for us to do in Destiny that's worthwhile.
Climb unrestricted, flight level 340, with shift 2599.
Plus I know Destiny wants to do whatever he's been playing, like Final Fantasy VII or something he was talking about the other day.
JetBlue 38. JetBlue 38 with you, 14-6, climbing flight level 180. JetBlue 38, flying to flight level 340, and enable flight to Bravo Tango Oscar. And climb to 340.
I saw the notification yesterday. Last night I went into, because I saw a Reddit thread that said this Warmind mod is for sale by Banshee, but it turns out I already had it. I should have checked. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, is this just like a delayed notification, or did they turn it off again?
24-1, JetBlue.
And they actually turned it off again, huh? Well, you know what that means. We always need to do our jumping on Friday nights, so that we get our reward before they disable it for the weekend. We can't wait. We have to do it as soon as possible. Did they say why they disabled it again? Oh, jeez. Well, I'm glad we got our piece. I do love that when I do playlist stuff and I join a strike already in progress. It's like, oh, sweet, this is going to save me like 20 minutes. Or 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever.
Reduced speed 200 knots. 200 knots, Delta 573. And Delta 573, contact 1975.
Yeah, I know.
1975, Delta 573. Good day.
Bye.
So we're supposed to cross the SATA at 25,000 feet, which is exactly what's going to happen. It's beautiful.
Right, heading 190.
Right, 190, American 546.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them starting you off with nothing in most of these things anyway. It's annoying.
American 546, contact 121.2.
21.2, American 254.
Argentina looks very different from Chile.
American 2546, maintain 200 knots on the Mavic. After Mavic, comply with the approach. Contact 1975. 1975 after Mavic, comply with the approach. American 2546.
American 2547, descend out to 3000 and maintain 250 knots.
Descend to 13,000, 250 knots, American 254.
Really? Hmm.
American 2547, contact approach control 121.2 today.
21-2, thanks, American 2547.
No, I want to read more actually. One of the things that I kind of wanted to set myself is to read more again this year. I'm actually looking for a good book recommendation. That's something I should read. Hang on one second. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Enjoy your evening.
Approach on
Fiction.
119.5 citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
Oh yeah?
Control, Delta.
Approach citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike descending to flight level 050.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike, good evening. Squawk 5661 continuous and Gatrace 7 Charlie arrival. Ferdinand approach to runway 13 with the banner transition at Jorge Newbery Aeroparque.
Continue descent via the ASAT 7 Charlie arrival. For the ILS approach to runway 13 with the Vanna transition citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
7, give the bar 1, Papa 35.
Delta 387, good afternoon, rated contact via bar 1, Papa 10,000, expect ILS aiming to the runway.
Delta 387, right.
I bought a voice, like a Latin American voice for Windows, because I figured it would give my ATC stuff a bit of an authentic flair. It's actually terrible. Like, it's a good voice, but in English, like, some of them are actually good at saying English things with basically a Spanish accent, but this one's barely audible. It's like, I have no idea what the hell you just said, lady. So that was a bust, but oh well.
Advice 36, contact tower 118.6 today.
Advice 36, affirmative. Tower, buenas tardes. Edelweiss 36 Heavy established on the ILS Zulu runway 7, 13 miles up.
Edelweiss 36, good afternoon, runway 07. Winds 110 degrees, 10 knots, gusting 16 QNH 29er 89er, clear to land.
29er 89er, clear to land, runway 07.
Approach American 2547, 16,000 for 13,000, 250 knots, Victor.
Approach American 2547, radar contact, 10 to 1, 2,000 feet, and clear ILS DME 2, runway 05 right.
Clear to 1,2,000 and then cleared for the ILS DME.
Hey Sean, welcome back. Yeah, we're just on our approach here.
Mike turn right, heading 03 vectors to the ILS approach. Runway 13 at Jorge Newberry, Aeroparque descent and maintain flight level 040.
Heading 033 Victors to the ILS approach for runway 13 descend and maintain flight level 040. Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
2.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike turn right, heading 033.
Heading 033 Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
05 right American 2547.
Airport's somewhere over there.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike turn right, heading 047.
Heading 047 Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike turn right, heading 052.
Heading 052 Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
Yeah, Demon, we're on our descent. We're about to land, actually. We're just,
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike turn right, heading 057.
Heading 057 Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
just activated our approach.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike turn right, heading 062.
ATC is angry with me because I'm not cutting this short.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
25.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike cleared for ILS approach to runway 13 fly heading 1632 intercept final.
Cleared for ILS approach to runway 13 fly heading 163 Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
47.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike heading is 163.
And radar service terminated. Contact tower 1855. Good day.
1855 American 2547. Good day.
About to make a very tight turn.
American 1053, contact tower 118.6.
118.6, America 1053.
4 more sleeps until my Shack News flight. I checked out that airport, by the way, and it doesn't look as challenging as I think it seems. I think it's really challenging for large planes, but I think in the plane that I'm going to plan on flying, it shouldn't be too bad. Having said that, it does look really, really cool up there, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Localizer is armed. Should capture that any moment. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of wobbly frames down here. Jesus.
Forward port established on localizer, Delta 387.
Altitude.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike descend and maintain 2,500 feet.
Descend and maintain 2,500 feet. Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
Okay. No hockey tonight, Sean.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike altimeter 3000 at Jorge Newberry Aeroparque contact tower on 118.25. Have a good evening.
Altimeter 3000 tower on 118.25. Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
As good as I have to be.
Tower Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike inbound for ILS approach runway 13.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike, good evening. Squawk 5661, continue ILS to runway 13, call when established on final.
Continue ILS to runway 13, will call when established on final. Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
Okay, there we go. Finally, with the localizer here. Gear down. Just about to land rumples. Flaps 35. Glide slope captured.
ILS DME2, runway 05 right, go for 136.
I never loaded in the V speeds. Oh well. Have pretty major crosswind here, and I don't actually see this airport. It must be back there.
United 1088, report runway 5 right inside.
Inside United 1088.
Roger that, United 1088.
Oh, there's the runway. Okay, I see it now. Coming in at a crazy ass angle. Also coming in too high, I think. We are on the glide slope, so.
10635, right, altimeter 3035, continue approach.
3035 for 5 right, United.
I said 30 knot crosswinds. That can't be safe. Pretty much. Autopilot's struggling.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie
Yeah.
Mike with the 118 at 8 knots, cleared to land runway 13.
Yep.
Clear to land runway 13, citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
That's what this feels like too. Jorge Newberry Airport, Buenos Aires. Lots of, holy crap, we just flew right past the stadium. Look at that, that's awesome. Never mind landing. I'm just going to look at the downtown of Buenos Aires here. Okay.
Autopilot.
Autopilot.
Minimums.
Yes, sir, reduce minimum clean speed. Slow to minimum clean airspeed, Delta 481.
Oh yeah, we're definitely coming in like a freaking crab here.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike exit runway when able.
Bounce.
Afternoon, Tower American 25.
A little bit of a rough landing.
25 right.
American 2547.
Wasn't that rough of a landing, it was more of a problem getting it to stay down.
Continue 5 right, American 2546.
Thank you, Cocoa Beats. That was a little rough. It was a difficult landing. There's a lot of crosswind here. Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike, clear of active.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike, welcome to George Newberry Aero Park. Contact ground on 121.9. Enjoy your evening.
Ground on 121.9. Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike.
Citation Foxtrot Charlie Mike, request taxi to the gate. Flying to from Chile with a B747. Nice.
11 via taxiways Alpha, Bravo, Delta, Echo.
Taxi to gate Golf 11 via taxiways Alpha.
We'll just
Bravo,
assume that that's over
Delta,
there.
Echo.
Buenos Aires.
Citation
Okay, yeah, so you're
Foxtrot
flying
Charlie
close
Mike.
to where I'm headed to. We're just gonna grab ourselves a gate over here. Can't read it on the chart to see which one is the right one here. Also, I get like really low frames with all these other aircraft. I gotta turn some of these settings down. I'm gonna avoid this vehicle here. Excuse you. This looks like a clear gate. We'll just go with this one. Yeah, they do need to improve the VR. Most of this is caused because I have Oculus Mirror running to record this. It's just, but I also went a little overboard on turning on objects on the ground again, so I need to turn some of these down. In the air, it's fairly decent. So, we have successfully parked, and that brings this flight to a conclusion. We'll be heading back up north along the coast of Argentina on our next flight. So if you enjoyed that, follow and tune in next time. Until then, hope everybody has a great week. Bye, folks.